Welcome back to a new episode of the Animal Odyssey. Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of one of Africa's most elusive creatures, the Okapi. If you've never heard of it, don't worry, you're not alone. This fascinating animal has been hiding in the jungles of the Congo for centuries, and today we're going to unravel its secrets, quirks, and survival strategies. Let's get started. The okapi, sometimes called the forest giraffe, is a fascinating animal. It's a relative of the giraffe, though you wouldn't know it just by looking at it. Unlike the towering giraffe, the okapi is much shorter, standing around 4.5 to 5 feet tall at the shoulder. With its long neck and legs, it may remind you of a giraffe, but the okapi's most striking features are its zebra-like stripes on the legs and its deep chocolate-brown fur. This animal is like a fusion of two different species. What makes the okapi even more interesting is that it wasn't discovered by the outside world until the early 20th century. Indigenous people in the Congo knew of it for centuries, but Western scientists were completely unaware of this animal until 1901, when it was officially identified by Sir Harry Johnston, a British explorer and colonial administrator. The okapi's isolation in the dense jungles of the Congo allowed it to remain hidden from the world for so long. Even though the okapi looks nothing like a giraffe, they are actually very closely related. Both animals share a common ancestor that lived millions of years ago. Scientists discovered this relationship by examining their skeletal structure and more recently by studying their DNA. Okapis have a similar bone structure to giraffes, especially in the neck and skull, but they lack the giraffe's characteristic long neck. Interestingly, both species also have a unique feature in common, a prehensile tongue. The okapi's tongue is long and flexible, around 18 inches long, and it uses this tongue to grab leaves and twigs from branches, much like its giraffe relatives. This tongue is so agile that the okapi can even lick its own ears to clean them. Despite their giraffe connection, okapis have a much more solitary and secretive lifestyle. In the dense rainforests where they live, they are rarely seen by humans. This elusive nature has earned them the nickname Phantom of the Forest. Their dark fur and zebra-like markings help them blend into their surroundings, providing excellent camouflage. The okapi's coat colour and pattern, while eye-catching to us, work wonders for hiding them in the shadows of the jungle. And while their camouflage is impressive, it's not just for show. The okapi's habitat is one of the most complex ecosystems on Earth. The rainforests of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, where the dense foliage and towering trees can make navigation nearly impossible. But the okapi thrives in this environment, using its keen sense of hearing and smell to keep track of its surroundings and avoid potential dangers. Okapis are primarily herbivores, and their diet consists mainly of leaves, fruits, and tree bark. They are known to eat over 100 different plant species, including some that are toxic to most other animals. For instance, the okapi has developed a tolerance to certain plants that contain toxic compounds, which would otherwise pose a danger to other herbivores in the area. One of the okapi's favourite foods is the leaves from the Marantaceae family of plants. These are found in the dense undergrowth of the Congo rainforest, and okapis are adept at reaching these plants with their long, flexible tongues. They also feed on a variety of other plants, including shrubs, fruits, and tree bark. By feeding on a diverse range of plants, the okapi plays an important role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. Interestingly, okapis have also been observed eating clay from riverbanks. This behavior is thought to help them obtain minerals that are lacking in their diet. It's a unique feeding strategy that shows how adaptable these animals are to their environment. Okapis have a surprisingly complex communication system for such a solitary animal. While they don't make vocal sounds, they rely on scent marking and body language to communicate with others. One fascinating aspect of their behavior is the use of scent glands located near their feet. These glands secrete a substance that the okapi uses to leave behind chemical markers on trees, plants, and the ground. These scent trails help the okapi mark its territory and also allow other okapis to know when they've been in the area. In addition to scent marking, okapis also have highly developed senses of hearing and sight. They use their large, expressive ears to pick up on the smallest sounds around them, such as the movements of predators or other animals. Despite their excellent hearing, okapis are also capable of moving through the dense jungle silently thanks to their padded hooves. This makes them incredibly stealthy in their environment, which is crucial for avoiding larger predators. Although okapis are generally peaceful, they do have a few natural predators in the wild. The primary threat to adult okapis is the leopard, which shares the same rainforest habitat. However, due to the okapi's stealthy nature, it's difficult for predators to spot them. The okapi's ability to blend into its environment and move without making a sound helps protect it from being noticed by predators. Young okapis, however, are more vulnerable and are sometimes targeted by larger carnivores. To protect their young, okapis are known to give birth in secluded areas of the forest, where the newborn remains hidden for several months before it becomes strong enough to venture out with its mother. Sadly, the okapi's future is not certain. The species is listed as endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. Habitat loss, poaching, and political instability in the Democratic Republic of the Congo pose serious threats to their survival. Illegal hunting for their meat, as well as the destruction of the rainforests where they live, have led to a decline in their population. In recent years, conservation efforts have been put in place to help protect the okapi. Organizations like the Okapi Conservation Project work to protect the animal's natural habitat and educate local communities about the importance of preserving the okapi's rainforest home. These efforts have had some success in stabilizing the population, but there's still much work to be done. Okapis are an important part of the rainforest ecosystem, and their decline could have far-reaching effects on the entire region. In addition to playing a key role in plant dispersal by eating a wide variety of plants, the okapi also serves as a prey species for larger carnivores, maintaining the delicate balance between predators and herbivores. Protecting the okapi means protecting the entire rainforest ecosystem, which is home to countless other species of plants and animals. The okapi is truly a marvel of nature. An enigmatic, elusive and highly specialized creature that has managed to thrive in one of the most remote corners of the Earth. While it may not be the most well-known animal, the okapi's fascinating biology, quiet behavior and importance to the rainforest ecosystem make it one of the most interesting animals you've probably never heard of. If you're fascinated by the okapi, you're not alone. These forest giants have a lot more to teach us about the natural world. And perhaps the more we learn about them, the more we'll realize how important it is to protect the jungles where they live. Thanks for tuning into this episode of The Animal Odyssey. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more incredible creatures from all over the world. In our next episode, we'll explore another wild animal whose survival strategies are as mysterious as the okapis. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.